Jai Hind everyone, and today we have with us Major Vivek Singh. Sir is 93rd course NDA. He served with the Regiment of Artillery. Then from service he completed, once he had completed his service and he was transitioning, he did his MBA from the ISB Hyderabad. Worked with a very well-known brand in real estate, which is Value-Based Housing Corporation, VBHC. That's an HDFC funded company, and now has been on his own. He has his own startup in the healthcare sector. So it's kind of come a full circle for him from one of the most structured environment to a completely new startup kind of a thing. So today we have invited him to kind of touch on various points where he might be able to help transitioning officers in their transition. So welcome to the talk today, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vipul, for firstly inviting me on this platform. And if I can be of any help to anybody, that would be my privilege. And yes, 100 people logged in. So there is a cause of, I would say, worry also. Why do so many people want to leave Forge? That's the first part. But the second part is, if you have already decided that, yes, I would say it's a good beginning for you to, understand things, how they happen. Yeah.
So my first question would be then where you are today. It kind of intrigued me in the sense that you're doing well in army, then you transitioned, you did your education from one of the Ivy colleges, you did well in corporate, and then you suddenly took the bait. And I mean, why the risk? Why the entrepreneurial route?
Okay, so Vipul, that is again from a personal point of view because I joined Forge. Nobody in my family was in the army. I joined it for the fun and adventure part of it. The day I realized that the fun and adventure is not forever, I'll be doing more of a desk job going forward. I decided that I should be calling it a day. And again, going to ISB is, or at that point in time, was a well thought of decision because there is a brand recall always. There is a community to look forward to. There are people, to save you if things turn upside down in a manner. So ISB always, or any Ivy League platform, would always give you that kind of a network and that kind of a alumni base where if things don't work out, there is always, you can always go back to a job. So this particular bait, which as far as the entrepreneurship, bug is concerned, the idea was that one should be there in the thick and thin of things. If Fauji kya buri thi, if I was working there as an employee. So the idea was that, if you have to live for somebody else's dream, that's not what a life I would like to live. So I would live for my dreams and let others, work for my dreams rather than me working for somebody else. So, and outside world, more so today, gives you that kind of opportunity that you can always do whatever you have wished for a day, if there's a calling for you.
Okay. So what exactly is your venture presently engaged in? What problems are you solving for your prospective customers?
Okay, so post ISB, I was working as a regional CEO for VBHC Value Homes, which is again a big brand as far as affordable housing is concerned. Post that, I started my own construction company, and which still is there. People are handling it. But just about 4 months back, I've started a health tech startup, which is into reversal of lifestyle diseases which people are having. Every family has a member who's either obese or having fatty liver, or is diabetic, or having hypertension, PCOD, erectile dysfunctions, you name a thing. All these lifestyle disorders. We find that, or we know a person who's having this. Nobody is coming up with solutions. The current medical science is devoid of any kind of a lasting relief, I would say. They're just trying to manage the symptoms, although a reversal is possible. And through our health tech platform, we are trying to do that, ensuring complete reversal, a good lifestyle which people can live, and stay healthy for a long, long time. And the definition of long is that generally people are not even aware that the human lifespan, as far as the latest research is concerned, is 150 years. We have a life expectancy in India of 72 years. But that doesn't mean that we don't have the potential to live to 150. Through our programs, we can ensure that people at least, they can live to 100, 110 playing football. So that's the idea.
And that sounds very convincing, sir, when you put it like that. So, how would you say how competitive are your solutions from a cost benefit perspective to your customers?
So I would say it's more of a return over investment kind of a model. So whatever they are going to be investing in our plans, right from the day one, they're going to be saving much, much more. Because in our programs, there is no ultra processed food. You buy a pizza of $2,000. The actual value of that pizza is not even $20. So if people would stop consuming pizza, they're saving $2,000 any which way. So the kind of data gathering which we have carried out and the studies which we have points out to that people tend to save much, much more, live a much, much better life, devoid of any problems. And so it's a win-win scenario as far as our members and, we as a platform is concerned.
Okay. So, would you mind sharing a pitch of your product services, any website or any kind of a promotion desk or something?
Okay, so if you want, I can give you a glimpse of my website.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so this is the website which we have as far as health tech platform is concerned. So it's more about reversal of, what are we trying to do with obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and other diseases. And we are just 4 months old, and we already have approximately 100 people undertaking our programs. The idea is to make it big. One of the, I would say, the differentiators or the USP what we have is this particular aspect of predictive modeling which we have, which is typically people are not even aware of that they may be into deep shit. We live our lives, we get up the next day, we do our chores, and we think that we are fine. And even Fauji's, they think a 5 kilometer ka run mar liya, so everything is fine. But we are now seeing that so many of us are having all these problems. I was surprised to find this data with respect to 4Gs that, so many of them have hypertension. So many of them have fatty liver, in spite of them doing their best. So there is a predictive modeling which we have where we can carry out risk analysis, where people can actually find out that what kind of problems they may be having currently, which their doctors have not yet told them. Because it takes just about 10 to 15 years for these problems to come up to a level where the medical science is going to now say that now you're a diabetic. You don't become a diabetic in a day. It takes 10 to 15 years for a person to become a diabetic. And even the WHO, the World Health Organization, says that, what is the underlying cause? Though they talk about a symptom, which is insulin resistance, but nobody is even measuring that. So in this kind of a predictive modeling, we can tell people that, what all problems they are having, what are their chances of having heart attack in the next 10 years? Are they going to be having a fatty liver going in future? What are their chances of having hypertension next 5 years? So people who are in the blind, they don't know. They think that they are fit enough. This predictive modeling helps in, identifying those risks, and they can work out initially, to ensure that they never get into a danger zone in that sense. And then as far as individuals are concerned, these are the problems which we are solving for people with kind of guaranteed results. We also have a solution for corporate, wherein, we are now tying up with the corporate where their employees can undertake our programs. And it is a win-win as far as the corporate is also concerned, because there have been various studies which have been carried out in US. So all those companies who are investing into the health of their employees are faring much better. So, their performance peaks, there is less absenteeism, there is less presenteeism, which means that though the person is physically present, but he is mentally absent. So all those kind of things, the productivity increases. So these are the things, at this point in time, we are trying to solve two solutions. We are also now coming up with the solutions for hospitals, wherein typically people can, all those guys who are having all these lifestyle issues, they can enroll our program through a collaborative approach with the hospitals and a seamless handover. Because ultimately, even the doctor would say, this could be a lifestyle disease hota hai. He may, gauge you, he may prescribe and he may diagnose and write a medicine for it. But ultimately, the doctor is going to say, ki, sir, now you have to ensure that your lifestyle theek karna padega. You have to now start doing exercise. As also, you'll have to take care of your diet. बट इन तीनों चीजों के बारे में डॉक्टर्स को कुछ नहीं पता. So now, since I am a certified nutritionist, and so are so many other people in my team, so we know that how to do all these things, and that is where the program comes in. So that is in nutshell. So people can visit our website www.eom.one and get a glimpse of what we are trying to do.
All right, sir, thank you so much. That all these pieces of advice which you have given, I hope that officers will imbibe it and have a successful transition. So, as to sum up, spend time and energy in securing admission in a good way, so that the corporate takes you more seriously and you're given more meaningful roles. Start with a good big MNC, so that the structures and working of corporate are you're able to have an insider view. Pick up some sector agnostic role so that it's easier to switch. And finally, from there, if you want to be an entrepreneur, then solve a problem which has a bigger total addressable market. There's a lot to do and a lot to conquer. Thank you so much, sir, and we wish you one very bright future ahead.